everyone. Let's get ourselves started up. This is going to be lots of fun. Oh boy, I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Number one, I have one of my C-book, I think, asked, where are you? There you are. There you are, little fat cat. Asked for the fat cat minion. So I got the fat cat minion. That is not the fat cat minion. Oh my gosh, where is the fat cat minion? It was right here. Oh, or was it? There it is. Born in an unmarked alley in an unnamed town, this poor creature had to hunt the mean streets just to stay alive, until learning that following retainers and feeding off the slaughter left in their wakes was a safer, easier way to fill their to a full belly. When the cat's away, and when the master's away, the cat will play, says a Bicote retainer. Thanks, fat cat. And so, let's do it. Let's go on to New Game Plus. DPS, Rogue Ninja, Stormblood. Oboro yet remains in Eorzea, sullen at the news that his people are no longer in a particular hurry to welcome him home. But that is just as well, for Jacke arrives again seeking his aid. A crew of self-styled Doman sailors have stolen off with a seemingly inconspicuous scroll. Your investigation would lead to the discovery of a most terrible secret. Dun dun dun! Alright, let's do this. Yo, Oboro, what's up? Oboro has the look of a man who has seen better days. What's wrong, Oboro? Oh, alas and alack! Whatever am I to do? Oh, Calosa! As a shinobi, I am loath to admit this, but I did not see you come in. That's because I was hiding over in a corner. It's okay, no worries. Truth be told, I have been somewhat distracted of late. Princess Yuki, it would seem, sent a letter to my village praising us for our efforts on her behalf, thus revealing my story of an injury preventing me from making the journey home for the ruse that it was. But my shame is not that I have been summoned back to the village, but rather quite the opposite. Despite the knowing that I am hale and hearty, my elders seem to be in no particular hurry to welcome me back to the fold. Should the time come when we have need for you in Doma, we shall summon for you. Until then, you are to remain at your post and do all in your power to aid our countrymen in Eorzea. Such were their words. Is this how far I have fallen? Am I as a falcon bereft of its claws, a dull blade tossed to the wayside by its master? For all I know, I have been all but exiled to this place. I am sorry, Calosa. Heaven knows that you did not come here to listen to my griping. On a brighter note, I just received word from Captain Jacke. It would seem some Easterners are causing something of a stir. I suppose I should be grateful that someone still has need of my services. Anyhow, it would seem the kami have led you here as a most opportune time. Would you care to accompany me? I thank you, my friend. Let us make for Limsa Lominsa and see our friends at the Rogues Guild. What our friends at the Rogues Guild would ask of us. Dun 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 dun. Let's go. Yes, this is the perfect amount for a ninja. No problem here. Yeah, this is better anyway, because I'm right next to the Rogues Guild anyway. I don't gotta go where all the creepy ERPers are. Much better. You're looking to head inside? Yes, I am. Still love Oboro's normal outfit. I know not what my countrymen have done to catch Captain Jacke's eye, but I can only imagine it is nothing good. What's up, Jack? Well, if it ain't the dimberest damber of 'em all, I trust you if keeping your stabbers sharpened. What with you and Oboro on the job, I reckon all will be bob before the lightmans come round. Here's where we stand. One of me little birds in the Kraken's arms came chirping to me of a story about some domins who I reckon'll break in one code or another. Seems they, the Krakens that is, were out snilching the eastern seas when they grabbled a vessel flying Garlean colors, as they are wont to do. But then came the rub. The crew claimed to be domin, you see, and upon whittling their captors' identity, they changed tack, begging for asylum on Eolzian shores and offering the entirety of their cargo in return for safe passage. Call him a Bene Cove or a fool, the Kraken captain took the self-styled domins up on their offer. Stowing the eastern treasures and the easterners themselves away in the hold, they set sail for Limsa. But after pulling into port, a funny thing happened. No sooner had the Krakens dropped anchor than the refugees put on their best beater cases and skulked off with the dead of Darkmans, leaving all their treasures behind. All their treasures save one. A scroll of sorts that's been in hiding in a corner, all inconspicuous like. Carvalane reckons that these Doman refugees have played us for some rum fun, and they're off selling the scroll on the black markets for good blunt even as we speak. I see. So you would have us recover the squirrel in question and bring the thieving Domans to justice. I am honored to lend what aid I can, and yet I cannot help but wonder. Just what could it be about this scroll to make it so valuable to my countrymen? Well, you're not gonna whittle the scrap just sitting around here on our daddles now, are we? Let's snilch town and see what the common coves and morts have and haven't seen. Calosa, why don't you go pay Iltuan a visit at the wench? If there's any rumors going round about any shifty Easterners, like as not that Mort would know. You dare remember what to order, aye? Course a dimber-damber like yourself would. Good luck out there, and keep your wattles open. We'll be waiting for you in Bulwark Hall when you're through. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, does anyone want to look up the video? I think I remember. It's probably the bottom one like it was last time, unless they change it. They are wont to do that. Shukuchi, 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 the girl who's hard to get. What was it? After Castle. I think it's something like not something that you would actually order at the wench, which is why it's a thing. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. What's your pleasure, miss? That was it, the weak ale. Ah, you must be here on business. Mayhap I could offer you something from our underground menu. What's your fancy? Better. What have you heard about some magic scroll from the eastern lands? Guess from the east, you say? Why, yes, I do believe we've had some visitors not long ago matching that description. They left shortly before you arrived. I make a habit of prickling my ears up to catch all patrons' every whisper, but the party in question required little such effort. Why, they were shouting of tales of riches and glory in a roar that would wake the dead. Said they were on their way to Wineport to make the transaction of a lifetime. Of lifetime. Literally unplayable. Uninstall. Ah! Though they weren't keen on going into detail. Just between us, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something less than savory about their business. Speaking of savory, can I interest you in our seafood stew? Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. I'm sorry, but no. Or... yeah. Oh, yeah, right. We're supposed to meet up there. You just did mention that. Chukuchi! Hey! Hey, Oboro, what's up? I wish you an ahoy and an avast, my honored matey. Ah, forgive me. I was just practicing my Loinsen dialect. How do you, Ye reckon it sounds. Oh my gosh, Oboro, I love you so much. Look at this dork. I love him so much. He's adorable. So our lads headed to Wine Point, eh? Bene work, Calosa. Remind me to slip Iltuan some extra blunt next time we stop by the wench for libations. That said, something doesn't sit right with me. Cackling their plans for every drunkard and tavern wench to hear. I reckon our friends might be looking to amuse us. If you whittle my might be looking to amuse us if you whittle my gist. Gist? Yeah, the gist of it. If you whittle my gist, keep your eyes open and your stabbers sharp, mates. If you whittle my just. Oh, yeah, we're going to Wineport. Let's just go. Wineport. Shukuchi. Hello, Oboro. Oh, he's dressed up as his ninja again. I am sorry, Calosa. I fear we were too late. What are you talking about? What's going on? Well, there's a bleeding surprise. The code-breaking curs have already bit the blow and off to the twig with a caravan's with a bingo in tow. Word is they were last seen beating a path for Bloodshore. But what could they mean to— Wait a bleeding moment! What if the grog's not meant for selling, but keeping their throats wet on a long voyage? I reckon our lads are trying to smuggle the scroll home. There's no time to lose. Let's brush off our beater cases and make for Bloodshore all quick-like. Oboro and I'll snilch the north side. Calosa, you take the south. We have to catch these curs before they slip from our daddles for good. Sounds like a plan. Once again, another great mount for a ninja. Surely no one will notice this. Especially not when it's covered in trees. Yeah. We'll go in from the south and ignore the fate. Rough-hewn Hingen? Ah, I think we found something. Hey, you just had to poke your nose into our business, eh? Guess you leave us no choice. Ah, jeez! Bye. Oh, we found some more up north too. This gob. Why these men are samurai from Higashi? Whatever is the meaning of this? Time for a sneaky goyle. Yes! Time for a sneaky goyle to be sneaking around. Let me guess, he came upon a couple of rough-looking coves. The coves came waving their stabbers in my face afore I could edge in a word. Reckon 'twas the same for you. The scroll is nowhere to be seen, nor is anything resembling a ship. If I did not know any better, I would say they were a simple group of ruffians enjoying their ill-gotten grog. The dim one sees, but does he truly see? No, these unfortunate men were pawns in a grand scheme, as disposable as the bottles that now litter the shore. What the? I know that pose. Meanwhile, your true quarry has boarded a trader and sails for Kugane even as we speak, under the auspices of the East Aldernaut Trading Company, no less. So cunning a scheme, I wish I had thought of it myself. Or did I? How do you know all... bugger me, you're the cove from the House of Sticks. Yeah. What the? It's not like I didn't figure it out way back when in the Heavens Word story. Karasu Redbeak! Childhood friends turned bitter enemies. They're friends once, then friends once more. Reunited after far too long. Our hero returns and the audience swoons. Oh, what a joyous day! Or is it? I'll say this much, dim one. For once you've managed to surprise me. To think that the oh-so-serious Oboro would lie to his elders to avoid having to make the journey home, only to find he wasn't welcome to begin with. Oh, the irony of it all. Enough of your preening and prattling, Karasu. I want answers. How did you know we were here? Just what is your connection to the thieves we pursued? You mean the thieves who already eluded your clumsy grasp, just as I am about to do? I feel that is a story for another day. No! Not Shakurchid! Bah! Ever the slippery bird, that one. That daft rook's an acquaintance of yours. That's news to Jack's waddles. Meanwhile, we got our work cut out for us if we still want to grapple that scroll. Is there anywhere we could have a few wids, you know, secret-like? Say no more, Captain Jack. As luck would have it, our base of operations is but a short walk from these parts. Calosa, play join us at the storehouse. Give me some water. It's almost like having to switch between two very highly irregular accents. It really does a number on your throat. Who would have thought? I reckon this is about the shabbiest, shoddiest shack old Jack's ever laid eyes on. In other words, it's the perfect hideout. Oboro's sharper than he lets on. Yeah, really sharper than he lets on, because he's such a dork. I love him. Karasu Redbeak. Of all the places I thought our search might lead us, never in my wildest dreams did I think it would lead us to him. Come square with me, Oboro. Just who is this Karasuko? Can we trust him, or is he as like not to stick us with his stabbers in our back the moment we turn a blind eye? No, I mean, yes. I mean, he's neither, or both? Perhaps I should say it's complicated, Oboro's, Facebook status. Judging from your reaction, it seems as much. Anyway, if our men have set sail for Ingashi, I reckon we've no choice but to do the same. Wasn't exactly preparing for a long voyage, but damned if I'll leave this job half done. That said, shamed as I am to admit it, this is old Jack's first journey to the Far East. I wouldn't know Kugane from a rum doxy's ass, and I don't know a rogue what can do his work without knowing the lay of the land. Would he not, Captain Jack? I have traveled there on many an occasion to procure the tools of my trade from the finest Kugane artisans. It would be my pleasure to serve as your guide. Your presence would be most heartening as well, Calosa. Kugane is a city where anything can happen, and there is no telling what dangers await us there. I'll agree with that, but mind you, Calosa's a right busy mort. What say we do it this way? Oboro and I will go on ahead, and we'll send for you once we've snilched out the place and worked out our next plan of action. A reasonable plan, Captain Jack. In that case, Calosa, Pray, check in at the storehouse from time to time. I will send you to Yome. I will send word to Yome when we require your services. In the meantime, may the kami guide you in your training. See you around! I'm gonna miss you, dorks! Thanks for walking through me, Jack. That was cool. The next ninja quest will be available upon reaching level 63. Don't worry, that already happened. Yome! Yome has a missive from the Far East with your name on it. Ninja Bathing Redux! Oh no! Oh no, it's the Hot Springs episode! Ah, Calosa, I have a letter for you from Master Oboro. It would seem that his investigation in Kugane has borne fruit. Here, see for yourself. Dear Calosa, I hope this letter finds you well. After a long and rather uneventful voyage, we have arrived safely in Kugane. Captain Jacke seems quite taken with Klingon culture and is enjoying a stroll in the pleasure quarters at this very moment. Of course he is! But forgive me, you are not interested in a diary of our travels. As for the Master of the Scroll, rumors abound of a band of dormant scofflaws who have been causing a stir in town of late. Putting together the accounts we have heard, the good captain and I are convinced that there are thieves we seek. If the word about town is to be believed, these individuals are far more dangerous than we had imagined. I trust you have been pursuing your ninjutsu training with your usual diligence. My apologies. Of course you have. In any event, we would have you join us at your earliest convenience. We will be keeping an eye out for your arrival. Seek us in the alley behind the second pier ferry docks. Safe travels, my friend. It's good to see Master Oboro in good spirits once more. Ever since the elders commanded him to remain here in Eorzea, he has not quite been himself. After all, a shinobi without a duty to carry out is a hawk with clipped wings. It is good to see Master Oboro soaring high once more. Still, I worry. Though I have great respect for the man, he can often be too trusting for his own good. Pray go to his side, friend, and see that he does not get himself into undue trouble. May the kami carry you safely across the sea. Across the sea, you say? How about I just teleport? Oh my gosh, it's 1,000. Okay, I'm just gonna cheat. Calosa has an apartment in Kugane, and that's gonna cut off, like, 3/4 of the bill. Hey! Here's my apartment. It's cute. We're done. Oh yeah, it's not necessarily, it's technically Heaven's turn, but they haven't released it yet, but they have set up all the stuff because it is. Happy New Year! Happy Heaven's turn! Yeah. Akane Gumo Bleach. Shukuchi! Nope, we're heading out, sir! I guess it is behind Pier 2. It is Pier 2. Man, it's been a while since we've been to Kugane. Nice to see everything around here. Oh, I guess we're already here. No more Shukuchi. There they are. Tsubame! It's been a while! Calosa, what took you so long? Have you snilched the rum doxies in the pleasure district? I'm liking this place more and more by the day. Oh my gosh, Jack, please don't talk about whorehouses. Ah, Calosa, it has been too long to have traveled so far to assist Oboro in his mission. Words cannot begin to convey my gratitude. Wow, your Eorzea is still really good, Tsubame, even after you've been away for so long. Calosa, I thank you for answering my call. Tsubame too has made the journey from the village to join us in retrieving the scroll. It is an honor to stand by your side again, Calosa. Master Oboro will doubtless benefit from your presence, as he always does. Likewise, I figure we could use a few more dimber-dambers on the job, so I've sent for Untfoot and the Stray. Their ship should be pulling into harbor before long. In the meantime, allow me to share what we have learned. Reliable sources have it that the theft of the scroll is the work of the Garnet League, a notorious band of outlaws feared throughout Doma. When the Doma rebellion was crushed 1 year ago, many samurai fled the battlefield to escape the Empire's wrath. Dishonored and unable to return home, most turned to banditry to eke out a living. It is the most lethal of these warriors who form the Garnet League. Cutting down innocent men for their coin purses, plundering villages. The men and women of the Garnet will gladly stain their hands with blood as long as it means they will live to see the morrow. Why they covet that scroll so I cannot say. What I do know is that if we do not stop them, they are all but certain to leave a trail of corpses in their wake. We must move, and quickly. Fortunately, they should not prove hard to find. Confident in their ability to cut down anyone who dares oppose them, they take little trouble to conceal themselves. On the contrary, they parade their garnet-hued kimono for all to see. You can distinguish them from the similarly garbed the Seisegumi by their lack of a hakama and their singularly uncouth demeanor. Let us split up and cover as much ground as we can. Calosa, I would entrust the Shiokaze Hostelry and the Rakuza district to you. Keep to the shadows and gather what knowledge you can. When we are done with the task, let us reconvene here. Wait, where are you guys going? You're just gonna tell me what to do, but you're not gonna tell me where you guys are going? Okay, fine, sure, whatever. I'm gonna trust that you've got the entire place good, got done. Whoop. Poor fat cat, trying so hard to keep up with me as I'm shikuchiing around. Anyone around here? Oh! One day she has us sneaking into. Hey, don't you mind your own bloody business? My friend has a bit of a temper. You'd be wise to leave him alone. Oh, I need to use hide. I remember this. Okay. Shoop! Oh yeah, I was gone. Oh, I'm okay now. There we go. These men look to be members of the Garnet League. They seem to be discussing something. One day she has us sneaking into a bleeding Imperial storehouse, and the next the Confederacy is chasing us halfway across the Ruby Sea. Zakuro could pay us twice what she does, and it wouldn't be bloody worth it. Come now, even you must admit it was quite the little adventure, though it was fortunate that we came upon those Eosian pirates when we did, and that they believed our little ruse. In the end, we made it out with our little prize, did we not? We simply took a slight detour. We didn't all make it, or have you forgotten those we left behind at Bloodshore? Cut down by our pursuers, no doubt. Poor bastards. Whose brilliant idea was it to go along with that masked man's plan anyway? Masked man? If our brothers could not fend for themselves, they have only themselves to blame. As for our mysterious benefactor, he led us here as promised, did he not? Now we only need wait for our client to show and deliver the goods, and we may never need to worry about going hungry again. Speaking of which, just how long does our man mean to keep us waiting? I'm beginning to wonder if something isn't playing us for fools. Now, we were late for our delivery after all. Word has it our client returned to Koshu and we did not show, and now he is making the long journey back to Kugane. We owe him some patience, do we not? Oh, I think they're down here, actually. Past the cute little kids playing with their windmills. It's my turn to play with the stick! Yeah, there they are. Mercurial minion. Nice. And flustered follower. Nice. I swear, I just wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Barely put a finger on the thing, and next I know, Zakuno's blade was at my throat. I thought she was gonna cut me down right at the spot. Put yourself in her shoes. They say our client is such a dangerous man, he's been known to kill those who renegade on their agreements. If anything happened to the scroll, her life and ours would be good as forfeit. You're saying she's as scared as us? Zakuro Brightblood, who single-handedly cut down 100 Garleans in a day during the rebellion? Zakuro Brightblood, who dyes her hair red with the blood of her foes? She cuts an imposing figure, this is true, but deep down she's actually quite the sensitive type. Sensitive? Don't make me laugh! Actually, this seems a little loud. Okay. To be fair, this one is a pretty loud... This is a pretty loud track comparatively, compared to other tracks. Seems the long journey's dulled old Jack's waddles. Hope you had better luck than I.
There is an air about you, Calosa. I can tell you have grown even stronger since last we met.
It would seem we have everyone assembled. Excellent. Let us share all we have learned. Much better, huh? Jeez, Kugane, stop screeching in my ear. Allow me to see if I have this right. So in short, the Garnet League lifted the scroll from a guardian storehouse at the bidding of an unknown Hingan client. They mean to sail straight from Yangsha to Kugane, but ran afoul of the Confederacy, doubtless because they were too poor to pay the ruby tithe. In fleeing, they were captured by the Krakens, and so they claimed to be dominant refugees seeking asylum. Upon arriving in Eorzea, they made off with the scroll and eventually found safe passage in Kugane. With Karasu's aid, this one's motives remain as inscrutable as ever, but I digress. Furthermore, they are led by one Zakuro Brightblood, about whom no small number of tall tales are told. Regardless of their veracity, there can be no doubting that she is a formidable opponent. For my part, I heard she is most protective of the scroll and keeps it on her person at all times, night and day. I heard that Zakuro and her followers have rented a room at the Bokairo, an inn in town famous for its hot spring baths. All old Jack managed to whittle is that the cove is right fond of her flowing locks, and that she fancies herself a cup of tea, making the trip from the inn to the tea house and back at least thrice a day. That is most enlightening, Captain Jack. Now we must find a way to get our hands on the scroll before Zakuro's client arrives. But how? We could challenge her to single combat, but the Seiki Seigumi would not look kindly on that. Besides, we are shinobi, are we not? We must use stealth to our advantage. We simply need a plan. Hey! It's Underfoot and Fakeb. Look out below. Underfoot's on the scene. Good to see you again, Calosa. Can't wait to snilch the new tricks you've learned from your friends here. What's a mock got to do to get herself some sushi? I'm bloody starved. And what's with all these bleeding seagulls? I swear, if another one takes a shite in my ear, it'll be a seagull stew for dinner tonight. Pa-ching! Wait, that's it! Fakeb, you're a bloody genius! And so am I reckon. Gather round and lend me your waddles, friends. Old Jack's got a plan. First we catch Zakuro as she's beating her way to the inn, from the inn to the tea house. Underfoot, Fakeb, Tsubame, you three will be on charge of causing a scene and stopping them all in their tracks. Meanwhile, Calosa, you make your way to that perch atop the markets and drop some imitation seagull shite down from above. What with her precious locks all mucked up, the moat's sure to make for the hot springs. She can't very well bring the scroll into the water, so we'll just follow along, all stealthy-like, and heave it from whatever basket she stowed it away in. For good measure, Oboro and I'll head to the bathhouse as well and keep the girl occupied until Calosa's at the scroll safely in her daddles. A most impressive plan, Captain Jack, but I have one question. How do you propose that the two of us keep Zakuro occupied? Oboro, sure do you remember our visit to Bronze Lake and the little show I put on for our pirate friend? It's all quite simple, really. I am not too certain I understand what you... Oh. On second thought, I am not quite convinced this is the best course of action. Ah, give yourself some credit, lad. Now, Calosa, you'll want to climb up to the roof atop the Hokkaido and make your way across the wire atop the markets. Yeah, this white dye should be a suitable seagull shite impersonation. Once underfoot and the gang lose Akuro into position, let her fly. Sounds like a plan. Alright, lads and lasses, look sharp. We'll meet back here once all's bob. All right, let's do this. You're right, Alteron. It's time for Sneaky Goyle and also Seagull Shite. In fact, this is actually, I'm pretty sure this is like a location you should be actually going in order to get one of the lookouts. It's not all that difficult. Hey, Jack. What's a dimper more like yourself doing waiting here? Quite the plan, eh? Old Jack still got it in him. Yeah, there it is. It's right up there. Shukuchi. 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 No! Repeat of battle and reduced raids! So, in this one, you're gonna want to walk across there, but if you want the one up on that gate, you gotta walk across here. I'll just show it off, because why not? You walk across here, jump up here, jump up here, jump up here, jump up here, then jump over here, and there you go. Yay! And then you can look out here if you want. But enough of that. Let's do the actual story. Woo! There we go. Fat Cat, how are you floating? Fat Cat! Fat Cat's magic. Ugh. This isn't suspicious at all. Oh, the pain! Oh, the pain! My poor girl! Whatever is the matter? Anyone, find a healer! The girl needs help! Seagull shite! What was? Bird shite! Oh, bloody brilliant! God! Alyssa's gone. Thank you, kind sir and madame, but worry not, I am not ill. You see, I simply haven't had a bite to eat all day. Womp womp! Is that it all now? Fortunately, the Shiokaze hostelry is but a short walk away, and I hear their sushi is positively to die for. Shall we? Let's do it! My hair! My beautiful hair! Back to the bathhouse, I suppose. Remember when you taught me how to get on top of the Hokkaido Inn and I didn't have the sightseeing log, so it was almost pointless? It was almost pointless, but you got a nice view of the area. Also, Fat Cat's magic. Just flying. Flying Fat Cat. Magic. Alright. Let's go. Shukuchi. 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 The girl who's hard to get. Search the bathhouses for the scroll. I was looking. Yes! Look at these two darks. What beautiful locks you have. However do you keep them so smooth and silky? I've seen many a rum darks here my day, but ain't none will compare to you, m'lady. Truly, I do not mean to boast, but they do say my beauty is sung of far and wide. Have fun, you two.
bathhouse basket.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. You search the basket, but to no avail. The scroll must be around here somewhere. Maybe another bathhouse basket. Maybe it's this one. Search the basket, but to no avail. Where could it be? Aw, shoot. The basket's over here. I better be really careful. Shh. Yes. We out. Phew. That was a sneaky Goyle. He's a cloud. Oh, the fat cat? Fat cat is basically a cloud, you're right. Just floating, just hanging. Look at the kids practicing. You must clear your mind and become one with the blade. Can't talk, got a trade. Look at this awesome guy. Oh my goodness! That's actually a character. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I didn't realize. He's a character in another side quest, and like he decides he wants to be a samurai, and he runs off to go join. So there he goes. He's becoming a cool samurai, bro. Oh, I love him. That's adorable. I love how they do small things like that. This is why Final Fantasy XIV is amazing. Yeah, that was it. The samurai job quest. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of forgot it. Ah, that's so cute. This whole game, the attention to detail is on point to like 90% of the time. I love it. Well done, my friends. The operation was, by any measure, a rousing success. That said, I have not seen Tsubame and the others. I hope all is well. Now that was some real fun, if I do say so myself. As for the cove, I wouldn't fret. It's not as like Vikeb and Underfoot dragged her off to yaffle on about Kugane's finer delicacies. No doubt you are right, Captain Jack. In the meantime, pray show me the scroll, Calosa. I would see just what it is that Zakuro's mysterious employer covets so. Here you are. Why, this is... Are my eyes to be believed? The forbidden mudra of summoning. I had half thought it was just a ghost story meant to strike fear in the hearts of shinobi who would stray from their path. Forbidden summoning? I wouldn't know a mudra from my own grandmom, but that sounds right dangerous, some. It is indeed, Captain Jack. The legends say that if the summoner's focus wanes for even a moment, the monstrous beast called forth by this mudra will not hesitate to devour him whole. Many years ago, it was gifted from our village to the king of Doma, then sealed away to be used only in the most dire of circumstances. But it was lost in the chaos of the Garlean invasion and never seen again. So it has been sleeping in an imperial vault all these years. So even with its bleeding all-powerful summon and at their fingertips, the Doman still couldn't hold off the Empire. Guess it wasn't all it was cracked up to be, eh? On the contrary, we never had the chance to find out. Master Jacke, who led the shinobi, deemed the risk too great and refused to employ it, even as our nation fell. That was because he was a traitor. Whether Master Jacke plotted his betrayal even then, or whether he had our country's best interests at heart, I cannot say. I would like to believe the latter. Nevertheless, it is clear that none in Garlemald knew of the scroll's true power, and so it is sat untouched until it was stolen by the Garnet League at the bidding of some unknown master. But aside from my fellow shinobi, who out there would know of the scroll's true power? But it matters little now. We have the scroll, and I must return it to its rightful home in my village. afraid I can't let you do that, friend. I promised the Krakens I'd bring the scroll back for him, and I'll not have it said that Jack ain't a man of his wits. After all, the scroll's been missing from your village for 20-odd summers, no? Clearly no one's suffering much. This is hardly the issue, Captain Jack. This scroll is an ancient treasure. It belongs in Doma. It belongs to those what found it, and that's the Krakens. Gods, if you ain't a stubborn bastard. Can't fight! Can't fight! Can't fight! Gentlemen, gentlemen, you must you make such a scene? After all, strictly speaking, the scroll belongs to neither of you. Karasu? Karasu? Wherever did you... Bah, never mind. But never mind. Thank you for guiding us here. You may rest assured that the scroll will safely return to Doma. You have my gratitude. Oh, Oboro, my dear, sweet, deluded Oboro, you grow ever dimmer by the day. Did you truly believe that I did for you? I did say that I was pulling all the strings in this little puppet play, did I not? Very well, allow me to put in the words even you can understand. The scroll belongs in Hingashi, to the master I now serve. My mistake was entrusting it to Zakuro and her lackeys, what I should have seen to myself from the very start. Oh well, live and learn, I suppose. In any event, allow me to propose a simple transaction. You hand over the scroll, and I return your friends to you with their heads still attached to their bodies. A fair trade, no? No! Karasu Craven! On second thought, yes, I do believe we could have even more fun. Keep your eyes and ears out, dim one. You'll be hearing from me again soon. No! Curse it all! And here I believed that the man had turned over a new leaf after leaving Gekkai. But no, it would seem he had simply found another villain to serve. What's a rook? Always a rook, I reckon. And a sharp one at that. Underfoot and the stray aren't the types to get boned so easy. Oh no! Oh no, Jack! Oh no! Well, I mean, if they went to the pleasure houses, how do you know, Jack? Oh no! As long as we have the scroll, Karasu is not like to cause our friends any harm. And yet he is as unpredictable an adversary as they come. We must proceed with caution. Forgive me, Karosa. It would mean much to me if you would remain in Kugane until our work here is through. Pray continue to train in your ninjutsu, and I shall call upon you when the time is right. Now, maybe about like 70 years ago, a long time ago, to play a trick on someone is to do a boner. So I get it, but woo, no again. This Karasu is a dangerous rook, I reckon. And oh yeah, to get so boned so easily, like, oh Jack, please, I love it, I love it. Oh no, I can't bear. Oh no, my head, I'm lightheaded. Ah, it is good to see you, Karosa. I have heard nothing from Karasu since last we met. It would seem we have no choice but to take matters into our own hands. And yet, in our current state, we are outmanned. In hopes of bolstering our ranks, I reached out to Princess Yuki, pride of the Yatsurugi clan. Her skills and knowledge of these lands could surely avail us in our effort, I thought. I am pleased to say that she was more than happy to lend her aid, and doubtless in no small part due to your own efforts on her behalf. Judging from her words, she's quite eager to prove herself. Perhaps a bit over-eager. I would ask you keep an eye on her, lest she go running off into some sort of trouble. Which mayhap she already has, for she should have arrived hours ago. Perhaps she has simply gotten lost on the way, or stopped off for sushi and tea. Might the two of you be so kind as to search for her in my stead? Captain Jacke, see if she is not in the Rakuza district. And Calosa, pray search the markets of Kugane. I will remain here in case she has simply been delayed in her journey. Sounds like a plan. Let's split up, gang. Boner? I barely know her! Da-da-dun-da-dun-dun! Yeah! Nice one, Alteron. Kugane Dori. Oh, hey, Seabook! Seabook, it's Fat Cat! It's Fat Cat! There you go! There she is! I hope you like Fat Cat. There she goes. She's running. Oh, Lord, is she running? Oh, Lord, is she coming? Where are we going? Probably in the back. No, I don't see. Search for Yuki around Kugane Dori. Yuki! Oh, it's probably on the other side. It's probably in the... Yeah. Okay, I see. Woo! Yeah. These ones over this way. There she is. Calosa! Whatever are you doing here in Kugane? Not that I'm complaining, of course. I am always happy to see the shinobi who helped to bring prosperity back to my homeland. Yes, thanks to you, my people are doing wonderfully. The only downside of it is now I have to be a proper princess again. Akagi, he's my personal bodyguard now, you see, was not too happy when I told him I'd be heading to Kugane. In fact... Yuki! Princess Yuki! Come back at once! Oh, hell, seize on to me! I just have to help you and Oboro in return for everything you've done for me. Surely you understand, Calosa? Can you go find Akagi and tell him that I don't know, that I hopped on a ship to Eozio or something? Oh, poor Akagi. I love this poor boy. There he is. Calosa, fancy meeting you here. You're an awful long way from home, eh? Speaking of which, have you by chance seen Her Highness anywhere? I caught her sneaking out of the castle and followed her here to Kugane, but I seem to have lost her. She hopped on a ship to Eorzea. Eorzea, you say? Gods, what is the girl thinking? If anything happened to her, I'd never hear. Oh, but there's no time to lose. To the docks! Princess Yuki, wait for me! Princess Yuki! Poor Akagi. Now he's gonna be on a ship to Eorzea. And then when he finds out that she's not there, he's gonna have to take the ship back. Rip. Thank you, Calosa, and pray forgive me for asking you to lie on my behalf. I had a half a mind to tell Akagi the truth, but then he might have offered to help Kami forbid. The man means well, but I hear we face a most dangerous foe, and I simply can't have the heart to place Akagi in danger. You understand, don't you? In any event, I do believe we've kept Oboro long enough. Well, if it isn't our favorite natty little lass. You say I've met this man. I can't say he's made much of an impression on me. Oh, wow. Woof. Thank you for leading Her Highness here, Calosa. Princess Yuki, thank you for making the journey to Kugane. Before we proceed, I would hear aught you might know of recent events in Higashi. Oof. Big oof. Got him, poor Jack. As you doubtless know, though Higashi appears to outsiders to be a land of peace, beneath the surface rival warlords are ever scheming to undermine each other's power.
In that sense, it is entirely within the realm of possibility that one of them has employed the shinobi to gain a hidden advantage over his foes. But it is merely speculation. Try as I might, I was unable to uncover any tangible evidence as to who might be behind these recent events.
I see. Thank you, Princess. And it remains a mystery. And so it remains a mystery. What foul master does that treacherous crow serve? Now, dim one, is that any way to talk about a dear old friend?
Hey, Karasu.
Karasu, you have some gall to call yourself my friend. What have you done with Tsubame and the others? Oh, but what's this? The dim one is joined by one new companion after the next. Our hero was wounded. Was his friendship not enough? Why are the geniuses of the world so misunderstood? Anyhow, I was hoping you'd ask. As a matter of fact, I've just the present for you. It's a game I like to call Kill or Watch Your Friends Be Killed. Do you like the name? I thought of it just now myself. The rules are really quite simple. Your precious Swallow and the others are being held captive by the Garnet League on the Isle of Beko. You simply need to march in, cut down Zakuro and her men, and free your companions from their shackles. Succeed and I'll forget about the scroll, and you can go marching happily back to Doma. Fail and I get the scroll, and Zakuro bathes in your blood tonight. Ha 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 ha! Yes, I do believe there is something in it for everyone. I'll be watching from the shadows. Do try to keep me entertained, won't you? Oh, Karasu! Bah! Does his villainy know no bounds?
I'm not keen on agreeing to those terms, but it don't seem like we've got much choice in the matter. If it is the fight he wants, it's a fight he will get. Together we'll take those garnet curs. What do you say, Calosa?
Forgive me, my friends. If only I had been quicker to unravel Karasu's schemes, I would not have to place you in danger like this. Still, it heartens me to know you stand with us.
Same old's true for me, lass. Well, I'm not proud to let the root get the better of us. I feel a lot safer knowing a dimber-damber like yourself is on our side. Let's get underfoot and vercab out of there right quick-like. Karasu! Yeah, Aquamoon knows. Oh, man, I love Karasu. He's the best.
Ever since the elders told me my presence was not needed in the village, I have struggled to find meaning in my daily existence. For whom do I fight? For what greater purpose? Now I have found an answer. It is for you, my friends. You who have stood beside me in the darkest of times. You who have shown me that there is strength inside me that I have long forgotten. You who...
Princess Yuki's already gone? This is no time for prittle prattle, lad. Or have you noticed the princess of us already hopped the twig? Dust off your beater cases and let's move.
Ah! The man speaks true. Yes, we must be strong of both body and mind if we hope to prevail. To the Isle of Beko, where our friends await us. Alright, let's do it. Let's do Tamamusu, because it's under the Isle of Beko. We've got a fight going! Nice. The lad's not quite all there in the head, is he? Poor Oboro. Let's show those dishonorable Garnet dogs what for! Little to my surprise, it would seem Karasu has alerted our foe to our presence. Let us proceed with caution. There is no telling what manner of treachery the crow has in store for us. Let's do it. Let us
keep to the shadows for now. I would avoid any bloodshed, if it is not absolutely necessary. Oh, you're not fun at all. Can I cut down just one? I promise I won't make a peep. Stow your blade, lass. At least till we know our friends are safe. Keep your eyes peeled. They may come at any moment. We will avenge Zakuro's dishonor. I love how I'm faster at walking. It's Picab! Quickly now. Make short work of the sentries and free her from her ropes. Picab, are you hurt? Yeah, poor Akagi. Yeah, we had to trick him into going back to Eorzea, so he's not going to be here for now. Thanks. You didn't bring a bite to Yaphalon, did you? To the shadows again, friends. Master Underfoot must be around here somewhere. Did I say I'd stay out of this fight? Blast it all! You will pay for your treachery, Karasu! My friends, I will handle these foes. Keep to the shadows. Alright. Stow it, Oboro, before bleeding owls. There goes our cover! Forgive me, my friends. Finally, some action. Feel my blade, you honorless dog. Oh, dude, that's stuff. I'm sorry, everyone, I'm bad at video games. Is that all of them? I was just getting warmed up. Well, I suppose there's no point in hiding anymore. Good work, my friends. Our companions await us. Let us move quickly. It's Master Underfoot. Quickly, dispatching the guard. Yeah! Time for sneaky oil, yeah. Calosa, this is a sneaking mission. We'll get you out of there. So now all that's left is Tsubame. Thank you kindly, friends. These ropes stung something fierce. You got more courage and sense to come this far. Heh, if we fought on the same side, I could see myself getting to like you. But we serve another master, and he just so happens to be a demanding one. Don't give me that look. You've all got to make a living, and this is the best way we know how. Now dry your blades. Zakuro will bathe in your lifeblood this night. Aw, jeez. Strong, friends. Zakuro is a formidable opponent, but we must prevail. It took you bloody long enough. Time to earn your keep. Whoa, hello. Must your battles always be so boring? Here's a little something to heat things up.
Whoa, hello. No, don't like that. Curses! Beware Karasu's katon, my friend. Keep a distance. What do I pay you for anyway? Cut him down! Whoa, hello. Oh, jeez, ow. I'm back! Did you miss me? Like a dagger in my back. Spread out, friends, and stand clear of the flames! Show the rats no mercy. We'll blaze in the Becko Hills with blood. Karasu is a big giant troll. That's his entire life. He's a giant troll. But thankfully, we can still win, even when the bad guys are being bad at us. Huh, Aqua? Woo! Rip the Garnet. Rip Princess Garnet. Princess! Blades are whirling through the air, blood watering the fields, shinobi fighting side by side, all for the sake of their dear friends. Could there be a more moving sight? A hero is moved to tears. Or not. What? Tsubame! But do not worry, as promised, I'll return your precious swallow with nary a feather out of place. Once you hand over the scroll, of course. What foolery is this, Karasu? We played your little game and we won, did we not? Are you not a man of your word? Oh, my poor stupid Oboro. How dim can one man get? Didn't anyone ever tell you that promises are made to be broken? Especially mine. Now, hand over the scroll, and quickly now. I don't particularly enjoy killing my dear friends, but that's never stopped me before. Oh, Oboro! The scroll! Oh. He'll do anything for his friends. Oboro, you sweet, adorable, stupid ninja. Very good, dim one. I dare say you played your role to perfection. Fly away home, little swallow. We've had enough fun for the day. Oh.
got shurikened, but not by Karasu? Incompetent fools, the lot of you. How long do you intend to keep me waiting for what is rightfully mine? Lord Hanzo, you couldn't have come at a better time. You'll be happy to know that I have just what you've been looking for. Behold! The scroll. Our hero has truly outdone himself this time. At long last, the ancient secrets of Hinga ninjutsu will be his. Do tell me, Lord Hanzo, when will training begin? Lord Hanzo? What the? Karasu! No! Silence, whelp! The bastard get of Sasuke, the shame deserved not but a quick death. Well, a brood of domin dogs who call themselves shinobi. You stand before Hanzo the Hidden, 12th Lord of the Kagekakshi clan, and you should consider yourself fortunate that I do not cut you down where you stand. And you should consider yourself fortunate that I didn't destroy that word. Ah! And you who would call your petty little tricks ninjutsu, I spit on your ninjutsu! Your very existence brings dishonor to every true shinobi who has ever lived. Yes, those of my clan, the original and true practitioners of the art. What in the world? Be thankful that I have more important matters to attend to today. Enjoy what little remains of your miserable lives. Your time will come. And before you know it. Oh no! Forgive me, my friends. Pray give me a moment to take in all we just saw. No, Yakwa! Oh no! Karasu! I do not know where to even start. Karasu killed off before our very eyes. The forbidden mudra in the hands of this Hanzo, who claims to hail from the clan who founded our art, and who harbors a grudge against Master Sasuke, and then turn us for reasons I can scarce begin to understand. Though it may be small comfort, we can take heart in one matter. In truth, the scroll Hanzo now holds is but one half of the whole. Alone, it is all but worthless. The other half is tucked safely away in our village, far from Hanzo's peering eye. It is secret known only to the elders, entrusted to me by the old hermit before I took my leave. Is that so? I would have appreciated if someone would have shared that knowledge with me as well. The old hermit always did like you better for some reason. Still, I do not expect this Hanzo to give up that easily. Whatever the true nature of the grudge he holds against the founder of our village, it seems to nigh border on obsession. Our adversary claims to hail from the Kagekakshi clan. Princess Yuki, are you familiar with the name? If I remember the histories correctly, they achieved great renown for their exploits in battle during the Age of Strife. It was said that a single Kagekakashi fought with the strength and skill of 1,000 lesser shinobi. Until one day when a vengeful warlord razed their village to the ground, slaughtering even wives and babes, the Kagekakashi on the battlefield too disappeared one after the next, an inglorious end by any measure. If this Hanzo is truly a descendant of the clan, it would stand to reason that he would seek revenge against those who betrayed his ancestors. But how is this connected to Sasuke, I cannot say. But there is one thing I know. It's that I'm not going to stand by while this Hanzo plunges our nation into another age of war. I will return home and see if there is any more knowledge of the Kagekakashi to be had. Thank you, Princess. We are counting on you. For our part, we should return to Yansha. Once Hanzo realizes that he only possesses half of the knowledge he seeks, he is like to turn an eye to our village. We must warn the elders. If it's all the same, I reckon I'll join you. I'm not keen on showing my face and limbs until I got the goods I came for and medals. That said, someone needs to see to it that all's Bob back at home. Underfoot, Vakeb, can I count on you to keep things in order till I've seen to business here? Aye, Captain, consider it done. Just hurry back, will ya? I'll make sure there's a Bismarck special with your name on it. Bugger me if this journey hasn't been one surprise after the next, and something tells me it's the best is yet to come. You'll be joining us, won't you, Calosa? For old time's sake? I cannot thank you enough, friend. The journey to Yansha is a long one. After we arrive, let us rest up in the village of Namai. My long-awaited homecoming, for the first time since I left in pursuit of Karasu. Karasu, have you truly left this world for good? I don't know. Namai. There it is. Someone in Navnet, how do you get rid of the sprout next to your name? Someone else replies by getting good. No, you don't have to get good to get the sprout lost. Oboro has seemed quite pensive since arriving here in Namai. It would seem that his homecoming weighs heavily on his mind. I've seen many a sleepy fishing village in midday, but this seems to be the sleepiest. Yeah, but this isn't even a sleeping this isn't even a fishing village. What are you talking about, Jack? Tsubame and I will first make the journey to the village alone. Forgive me, but the elders are not like to smile on the sudden arrival of outsiders. We will report on all we saw in Higashi and to gather what wisdom we can. Pray wait for us here. We will return as soon as we are able. I do not ask for a hero's welcome, but well, I suppose there is no putting it off any longer. Huh. No, it just lets you go to Gold Saucer. Oh, right, it's the Gold Saucer quest item. Someone was trying to show a thing, and I think he messed up the writing. Seems we're on our own here for the time being. Reckon I could find some Bene Bingo and a couple of rum doxies in this place. Just having a bit of a muse. What with this Hanzo on the prowl, it's best we both keep our stabbers sharpened. Yeah, please don't look for any horrors around here. Come on, Lee. Come on, Jack. Ah, Calosa. Oboro got back not long ago. Mumbled something about his trip to the village was uneventful, then dragged his beater cases off somewhere or another, looking at the ground all the while. Jack knows how to read a cove, and something tells me the boy ain't right these days, like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. You know the lad better than anyone. You reckon there's somewhere he'd run off to if he were looking to clear his head? Waterfall! Is there a waterfall in these parts by any chance? Waterfall, now that you mention it, I did hear the sound of running water when I went on a stroll the other day. I'm not quite sure I whittle you, but if that's where you think the lad is, like as not you're right. Let's go and see if we can't use his chaos a bit. There's the waterfall. And there's Oboro. Is that Oboro? Bugger me, the lad has lost his bloody mind. Oh, Oboro. Naked in the waterfall. Ah, Calosa. I had hoped to spend some more time alone with my thoughts, but it is just as well. It grows cold and I would warm myself by a fire. Yeah, it's nighttime, Oboro.
That's not the time to be sitting under a waterfall. You know me all too well, Calosa. I suppose I should not be surprised. Well, you shocked the living wits out of me. I was expected to find you in front of the waterfall, not in it. At first I did just that, Captain Jack. But when listening to the flowing water did not calm my heart as I had hoped, I took the next logical course of action. I cannot explain it. I returned to my village, fully expecting to be punished for my deception and chastised for my failure to perform my duty. Instead, I was greeted as a hero, the honorable shinobi who slew the villainous Karasu, traitor to our village and country. But it was all a lie! Master Jacke was the traitor, and were it not for Karasu, putting aside the foul deeds he performed in service to his final master, my eyes would have been forever blind to the truth. That day I promised Karasu that I would keep the truth hidden and claim the glory and accolades in his stead. At the time I thought nothing of it. But it was just too much. Perhaps the man deserved to die for his sins. It is not for me to judge. But does he deserve to go to his grave as a hated villain, while I reap the fruits of deeds I can scarcely call my own? You really are too serious for your own good, lad. Let old Jack tell you a story. Once upon a time, well, maybe not so long ago, there was a dimber mort by the name of Milala, a captain of the Yellow Jackets who was always more style than substance, if you whittle me. Long story short, Calosa and me did ourselves a good deed, but the lass took the credit for herself. Did a part of me resent it? Sure, I've got feelings as any other cove. But people in our business, including this Karasu, I reckon, need people like her. People to stand in the lightmans and claim the glory while we played our trade in the dark. Milala might not have done the deed, but since then they say she's a new woman, doing all she can to be the hero that people believe her to be. Not so many wits. I guess what I'm saying is, rather than clouting yourself in the knob about glory you feel you don't deserve, why not live up to the person your friends would have you be? Thank you, Captain Jack. I must admit, I never thought of it that way. What the? Oh, hey, Tsubame. Forgive me, I've readied the falcon as you requested. Shall we pay Master Kamui a visit? Allow me to explain, my friends. Since returning here, I have been researching the history of our village, in particular the life of our forefather, Master Sasuke, in hopes of better understanding our foe and the grudge he bears. The tales say that Master Sasuke had a magical eye that he could use. Hey, came to Doma on a mission so secret, no records of it were ever left. Our elders, too, were at a loss. If any possessed knowledge of such ancient happenings, they said it would be the old hermit. That is what we call Master Kamui, an elder who retired from his post long ago, and now spends his days in meditation at Plum Spring, pondering the meaning of existence to depths ordinary minds can scarce comprehend. Calosa, as my student, you too are an heir to Master Sasuke's legacy. I would ask that you accompany me to Plum Spring, that together we may learn the truth of the father of our art. Will you do this? Excellent. Plum Spring is not far from here, but we cannot travel there on land. Tsubame was kind enough to summon the falconer. Let us return to Namai. Master Kame-e. Yes. What was it? The Turtle Master. Kamehameha! I'm no shinobi, and I wouldn't know this Sasuke from a hole in the ground, but I'm coming with you. If for no other reason than I'm dying for a change of scenery. Let's all walk off. Just with Oboro just completely just in his swimming trunks. And that's probably only because they don't actually have a model for a fundoshi. Let's be honest, that's what he'd be wearing. You reckon riding one of those things is like riding a chocobo? Maybe a little. It is said that the old hermit's mastery of ninjutsu is so complete that he requires no food and no sleep, and has conquered death himself. Mind you, it is also said that the source of these claims is Master Kamui himself.
Master Kamui rarely accepts visitors, but the elders have assured me he awaits our arrival. Do not ask me why, but they say he is particularly interested in seeing you, Tsubame. In any event, Plum Spring is but a short and pleasant flight away. When you are ready to depart, please speak to the falconer over there. Ride the falcon? Yes. Let's do it. You can fly here normally, so it's not a huge deal. Yes! Yes, Alteron, you have figured it out! Remember, he also said that, what was it, Oboro also mentioned that Kamui always liked Tsubame more than Oboro. Yeah. It's pretty and all, but what's a cove to do for fun in these parts? It's beautiful, is it not? They say that the plum blossoms have been in bloom here since before the dawn of time. Wow, that's, wow. I ache back. This is the esteemed Master Kamui. I can scarcely wait to hear what words of enlightenment he would share with us. Here it comes! 1,000 apologies for the intrusion, Master Kamui. It is I, Oboro. I have come seeking knowledge of Master Sasuke and the founding of our village. If it would not be an imposition, pray share with us your great wisdom. Obo who? I don't know any Obo. Ay-ya! My back! Every word I speak is a dagger in me. No, this won't do at all. I'll be needing my medicine. The usual, that is. Liver of a Yanshin tiger, horn of a rhino beetle, claw of a doman weasel. Yes, that always does the trick. Yes, I simply cannot carry on a conversation in such pain. So be on your way, boys. You stay here, my little swallow, and keep an old man company. Very well. For every wit being a dagger in him, he sure likes his prattling. Oboro, where have I heard that name before? Enlightenment, my ass! This old coot's a real piece of work. Oboro, ah yes, the dim little boy who could never quite match wits and skills of his friend Karasu. Yes, that is I. It is my honor to bring you the medicine you seek, master. Forgive me, friend, but it seems we have little choice but to indulge the master. Between the three of us, hopefully it will not prove too trying a task. Let us return to Namai. Oh wow, he does look just like Master Roshi too. Yep. Welcome to just Master Roshi, guy. I've had half a mind to enlighten the old coot with a click of the muns. Playing errand boy for Master Kamui. What a splendid turn of events! In any event, let us split up and make short work of this. I will hunt down a Yanshin tiger. Captain Jack, pray see to the rhino beetle horn. Calosa, I will entrust the Doman weasel claw to you. My apologies for troubling you with such a menial task, but I fear Master Kamui is nothing if not stubborn. In any event, let us return here when we have found what he seeks. He's so mean to my son! Oh, poor baby. He's the dim one that isn't as smart as Karasu. Oh, baby. I love Oboro. He's my son, okay? Shut up. Don't be mean to my son. Everyone leave him. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Get everything, Jack? To think I sailed clear across the Ruby Sea to go bug hunting. Well, at least yours was closer to the village than mine. Ah, Calosa, I trust you have been able to procure a weasel claw. This massive razor-sharp claw is flecked with the blood of the weasel's many victims. Thank you, friend. I am pleased to report that Captain Jacke and I are also successful in our hunts. Let us return to Plum Spring and hope that Master Kamui is feeling more talkative. It's all the same to you, lads. I'll be staying here, thank you kindly. I'm like as not to give all that old coup de clout to the knob, but I reckon your elders won't take kindly to that. Oh, Aqua's nice. I won't be mean to Oboro. I like him too. Oh, yeah. Everyone be nice to Oboro. He's not dim. He's just a little too nice for a ninja. That's okay. Oh, Master Kamui, you forget yourself. Come now, my little swallow. It is the only path to true enlightenment. Oh my gosh. What is the only true path to enlightenment? Getting him off? What? Is it just me, or does Master Kamui seem rather spry given his condition? No matter, let us give the man what he asked for. Oboro tries his best. Exactly. He's my son, and I love him. Whoa, ho, ho, my favorite medicine. Never fails to put a spring in an old man's step. But, Master Kamui, we have not begun to boil the... forgive me. What I mean to say is, it warms my heart to see you well. Ahem. So it was Sasuke's secret mission you wish to hear of, my boy. Let me see what I remember. It was, so long ago. Once upon a time in Hingashi, in the time they called the Age of Strife, there lived a man named Hanzo. Hanzo the First, leader of the Kagekakshi clan. He crafted a summoning mudra of terrifying power. Many a warlord did covet this power, that they might wield it to unify the warring states under their rule. Hanzo would hear nothing of it. Time and again he turned down prestigious posts and untold riches, declaring that the mudra would only be used in defense. He recorded his knowledge on a single scroll and sealed it away far from the eyes of man. Sometime later, a vagabond came to Kagekakshi. After the villagers nursed him back to health, he explained he had fled across the sea from the land of Doma to escape the reign of a tyrant. So it was that Hanzo I, deeply moved by the traveler's story, called upon Sasuke, his most trusted protege, to carry the forbidden knowledge across the Ruby Sea and bring freedom to the people of Doma. Sasuke wielded the power but once. Such was its power. In a matter of moments, the tyrant's army crumbled before its might, and the Doman people at last knew freedom. But Sasuke felt that his job was not yet done. He resolved to remain in Doma and established a village here, that he might train his new countrymen to carry on his legacy and pass down the art of ninjutsu to future generations. That is the untold story of our village's origins. As for the forbidden mudra by which the Doma's freedom was won, who can say why our ancestor feared it so? All that we know is that it was not content to merely seal the scroll away, but took his blade in hand and sliced it clean in two. One piece was presented as an offering to the king of Doma, in celebration of the nation's newfound freedom. The other he sealed away in his village, our village, never again to see the light of day. So the scroll that Hanzo, evil Hanzo, got was the one that was with the king of Doma. I suspected as much. Master Sasuke was no traitor or deserter, but the shinobi of honor. Even at that time, it is said Hanzo I told none other of Sasuke's true mission. Though unfortunate, it is little surprise that today, centuries later, his descendants see Sasuke as little more than a traitor who stole away with our greatest treasure and fled to a foreign land. Thank you, Master Kamui. This has proved more enlightening beyond my wildest hopes. Glad to hear it, boy, but don't think I'll take kindly to your interrupting my blissful enlightenment again. As for you, my little swallow, you're welcome to come back any time. Oh, God. Poor Tsubame. Sorry to interrupt your lecherous prittle-paddle, but the princess here's got news to share, and I'm afraid it ain't of the good variety. Oboro, we must move quickly. Our men in the field have reported that the Kagekakshi clan musters their forces in full and means to march on Doma. No doubt Hanzo has figured out where the other half of the scroll lies. There is no time to lose. We must return at once and prepare to defend the village. Hanzo, Cove, doesn't waste any time, does he? Seems our job's simple enough. We need to grab his half of the scroll before he gets his daddles on ours. Tsubame has gone to deliver the news to the elders. Meanwhile, Princess Yuki makes for Ruby Sea to look for Kage Kakushi's army's approach. We know not the size of our foe's army, nor their strength, only that both are formidable and then some. Suffice it to say, we will be tested as never before. In what time we have, I implore you to devote yourself to your training as if our very lives depended on it. For surely they do. Almost at the end! Woo! It is time, Calosa. The army of the Kage Kakushi clan marches on Yansha even as we speak. Princess Yuki keeps watch from afar, and she says their numbers are legion. We must gather our brothers and sisters of the village and make toward the Ruby Sea to meet them head on. There is one thing, however, that does not sit well with me. As Princess Yuki tells it, there is no sign of Lord Hanzo among the advancing army. Though we met only by once, he does not strike me as a man who would stay home and let others fight his battles. He is surely plotting something, but what? Have you any ideas, Calosa? He comes from the steppe. Ah, but of course! He means to circle around and cross over to Yansha by way of the Azim steppe, catching us from behind. And yet our foe vastly outnumbers us. We simply cannot afford to spread our forces thinner than they already are. If Hanzo means to sneak through the back door undetected, it like as not he comes alone. I would trust the defense of the steppe to you. Go in safety, friend, and may the kami smile on us today. Goodbye, Oboro. Can't speak for you, but getting caught between two squabbling ninja clans wasn't high on my to-do list. Still, we're in this together, so might as well see the voyage through to the end. Oh, through to the end, I reckon. If that Hanzo shows up, grapple his half of the scroll for me, will ya? Let's do this. Search for Hanzo on the Azim steps, so let's head to Jambra. Come on, Jadelyn, let's do this. I know the Zodiac weapons for the ninja are called Sasuke. They look really cool. Yeah. Their weapon is the Sasuke. That was their relic weapon. So it was named after the original, the first of their ninja clan. Oh. I'm just surprised that he didn't try to kill his brother, because his brother destroyed the, I don't know. Master Kamui, what are you doing here? Pardon me, my girl. I seem to have lost my way. Could you show me an old man to Plum Spring? Hanzo! Clearly you're not as stupid as your friends, but it is too late. The scroll has returned to the hand of its rightful owner, and everything proceeds according to my plan. As expected, Doma Ninjutsu is a sad sight to behold. Where Sasuke's sorry gets struggle to wield 3 mudra, the Jonin of the Kage Kakushi command 4 with ease. Bunshin no Jutsu, so we call it in the Hingan-tun. Mirrors and mirrors of mirrors. In a matter of moments, my few loyal men appear from afar to be legion. Bun is like, how do you say? Like separate, so Bunshin is separating the jutsu art.
With all but a few abandoning the village to meet the challenge of my army, it was simple enough to put on the guise of the old man and walk in with what was rightfully mine. That is the difference between a true shinobi and the dome and horse sons who dishonor our name with their very existence. But the dishonor ends today. At long last we shall wipe the earth of the sons of Sasuke the Shamed, their thief who stole my great ancestors' knowledge and consigned our proud clan to ruin. I should not waste time with a false shinobi such as you, and yet there is a sharpness, an edge to your technique that your Doman friends lack. Yes, you should make a fine test for my new-found powers!
No! He has both of them! He's gonna use the Forbidden Mudra!
Come, great beast! Hanzo the Hidden, descendant of your your first master, bids you come!
Ah! Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump. Look at rabbits go. Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump. Beautiful Miss City and rabbits.
What? What is the meaning of this? So fearsome, their floppy ears. So terrifying, their sharply protruding teeth. The audience gasps in horror.
Wait a minute. Could it be? Calosa!
You! I killed you! I thought you sharper than that, my friend. There was some resemblance around the eyes, I'll admit. The real me is so much more handsome. The lordling is dumbfounded, so stubbornly proud was he of his precious fourth mudra. Never in a million years did it occur to him that my master Jacke had mastered the same technique, a technique he imparted to me. Oh, and if those lovely little creatures thumping about you didn't give it away, the scroll in your hands is quite fake. I couldn't very well let forbidden knowledge fall into the wrong hands, now could I? Though, you only succeeded in killing my mirror, you did try to kill me. I really didn't appreciate that. My poor little chick, you always end up doing the dirty work, don't you? But worry not, for this time at your side stands not Oboro the Dim or some two-gill rogues, but the most stylishly lethal shinobi the realm has ever seen. What say we cut this self-important sop down to size?
You know what? Sure.
Oh yeah! You dare mock me! Your every breath brings shame to the ancestors of my art. My ancestors! You'll pay for your insolence. Come!
Shing!
This is so good.
And yeah, the kiss he gives. Mwah!
I'm sorry I talked over it. It was the worst. Let the show begin, and it won't be a happy ending for you. You are not worthy of calling yourself shinobi. Woo! No, don't like that. Whoa! Nope, don't like that either. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh well.
Look it! Mirrored Tarasu! He's got all the little mirrored versions.
Woo! Ow! Is that supposed to stand with Karasu, really? Thanks, Karasu, for not coming and joining me. That's true. That's fine, I'm good, I'm Gucci. You cannot strike where you cannot see! never in fear before my might! Whoa, jeez! Well, it's not really summoning a beast. Oh, don't like that. Oh no, the mirrored Karasu didn't turn around. No, Karasu, you jerk! Karasu, please! You jerk! You call that ninjutsu? Witness the true power of a master! Just die already, you worthless mongrel! Oh, hello! Sorry, I'm not into giants. What? Oh, I stood in it. No, you're not supposed to stand in it. Okay, fine, I won't stand in it. Fine. I thought we were friends! Yeah, well, you didn't help me last time. I cannot fail to the likes of you. Now that wasn't very smart, was it? She's just poking his head. Ah, got him. You've come far, my little chick. I dare say you could teach the dim one a lesson or two. Spare Oboro the details. I have a reputation to uphold after all, but it was rather exhilarating to fight on the same side for once. We really should do it again sometime. Till we meet again, exit our hero, stage right. He did walk to the right. So then I was fighting him, and then he turned all big, and I was like, what's this you say? Karasu still lives! Ah ha ha! I knew the slippery bird had another trick up his sleeve. I love how Oboro still likes him, even though he's a jerk. All's well that ends well, eh? Seems that Karasu fellow was a right Bene Cove after all. Reckon you're lucky to have a friend like him. Lucky? For all the trouble he puts us through, I would sooner have 1,000 arch enemies. Aww, adorable, these dorks. Y'all be pleased to know we made short work of the Kagekakushi army. Soon as we realized they were mostly smoke and mirrors, it weren't long before we milled what was left of them. We could not have done it without you, Calosa. You are the savior of our village. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we can rest easy knowing that half of the forbidden scroll is safely back in our hands. But if the half Karasu gave to Hanzo at the Isle of Beko was a fake, then that means... Curse it all, that confounded crow! My duty is clear. I must pursue Karasu and recover the scroll. Tsubame, pray tell the others that I will be returning to Eosia for the foreseeable future. Do not mention Karasu's name. Remember, the official story is that the traitor is long since dead. Do not worry, Oboro. I will see the elders leave you alone, as I always do. Sharpened up a bit, haven't you, lad? Now, if you don't mind, I'll be taking the full scroll back with me to Limsa. If even that Hanzo couldn't whittle the difference, old Carville Lane and the Krakens aren't likely to know any better. Calosa, Oboro, it was my honor to lend my blade to your cause. I wish I could have cut down a few more of Hanzo's henchmen, but oh well, I suppose one can't have it all. Now I must return home too. Hells, I've forgotten Akagi! The poor fool's probably tearing the realm upside down looking for me. I must be off, friends. Oh my gosh, you dork! Poor Akagi. The more it keeps you on your toes, I'll give her that. And with that, I'd best be moving my dew beaters as well.
Then I too shall take my leave, my friends. It was ever an honor to fight by your side. Oh, giant man, where's the ropes? That's Master Kamui's domain, Aqua. No, Aqua. I was thinking more Gulliver's Travels. Ah! It's okay, Aqua. We get it. Calosa, if you are not in a hurry to return to your adventures, I would have a word with you. Pray meet me at the storehouse upon your return to La Nosha. Poor Akagi, my son. You know what? Screw it. Oof, even then. See, we don't have the thing up, so I need to use my Aetheryte pass. There we go. That'll drop it down just enough where it won't be a huge problem. It's okay, you guys. I didn't put it up either, but there we go. Saving money, temple tap. Look at that! Look, I saved like 800 gil just by doing that. Temple tap. Next, we teach Akagi how to fight. Yeah, he needs to learn how to fight so he can protect the princess better. And then she'll be willing to let him go on adventures with her. Yeah, then they can go on ninja adventures together. Exactly. Poor Akagi, he can't go on adventures with the princess. That sucks. How's he gonna be true Steiner if they can't go like on adventures and save the world together? No worries, Aqua. You're probably typing quickly. There are just some typos, and that's okay. Ah, Calosa, thank you for coming. I have been reflecting on the recent events and contemplating what it means to walk the path of a shinobi. I know you to be the contemplative sort as well, so I would share with you my thoughts. When I first came to Eorzea, I thought only of fulfilling my duty entrusted to me by my elders. It would be no exaggeration to say it was my sole purpose in life. Meeting you, learning the truth of Master Gekkai from Karasu, these experiences changed me. In the end, I forsook my duty in favor of following my own heart. I faced my old master in combat and slew him for his treachery. Even after that, I remained here in Eorzea to follow my own sense of duty. But even though I believed in the path I had chosen, in my heart of hearts, a part of me was unsure. Is my true home not my village? Is my true duty not to the brothers and sisters I left behind? I have pondered time and again the story of Master Sasuke as told by the old hermit, and at long last it is clear to me. Master Sasuke could have returned home after freeing the people of Doma from the tyrant's reign. In fact, one could say it was his duty to do so. Instead, he chose to remain there and founded the village where I was raised. It was not his duty at the very least, not the duty tasked to him by his master, Hanzo I, but rather a cause he took up of his own accord. In this sense, I cannot blame the descendants of the Kagekakshi for viewing him as little more than a dishonorable renegade, worthy of scorn. Nevertheless, Master Sasuke was willing to forsake his legacy and the recognition of his people to follow a path that he truly believed in. I have no intention of abandoning my village entirely, but I too would follow my ancestors' footsteps in my own humble way. My first mission that I have given myself is to track down Karasu and bring the stolen scroll back to the village where it belongs. He is ever an elusive bird, and the task will not be easy, but I welcome the challenge. But forgive me, Calosa, I have rambled on enough. You have proven yourself to be a true shinobi, and more than that, a true friend. I look forward to the day when we might stand together once more. A bow. Yay! Fighting alongside your friends has opened your mind to a ninjutsu technique. Tenchi Jin. Yeah! So,
My absolute favorite is later on. Oboro ends up, let me see. I have it in collection. There's Fields record. He's hiding here somewhere. I think he's towards the back somewhere. There he is. Cha-cha-chan. Cha-chan. This all-consuming devotion to his duty has left Oboro less adept at dealing with interpersonal relationships and everyday affairs. Though he is of more than marriageable age, he appears completely at a loss as to what steps might be required to go about finding a woman to take as his bride. The following is the sworn testimony of a shinobi who insists on anonymity, but has accompanied Oboro on multiple forays to Eorzea. The elders have often suggested that it would be easiest if Oboro simply allowed a matchmaker to set him up with a suitable bride. As a jonin, and needless to say, tradition dictates that he is bound by duty to father children and raise them to be great shinobi in their own right, a duty which Oboro has no intention of neglecting. And yet, it would seem that his exposure to Eorzean customs and lifestyles has colored his thinking somewhat, and recently he has expressed feeling a certain yearning to experience romantic love. You didn't hear this from me, of course, but I have even seen him toting around a book on how to woo the fairer sex. Whether he acquired it of his own devices or received it as a gift from a certain roguish acquaintance of his, I cannot say with certainty. And there he is. Oboro. Look at this dork! He can't even get a girlfriend! He is a big giant dork and I love him. Hey, Unnatural! Happy New Year! Sorry, we're starting to finish up. But if you want, Dad hasn't come on, so if you want, we can go to, we could go to the Crafter Quest. We go to the Carpenter Crafter Quest, if you guys want to see it. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see Carpenter, or shall we finish? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know, man. Oh, it's alright if you want to finish. I just wanted to say hi. Well, hello to you, Unnatural. I'll do Carpenter a little later. All of those different accents are killing my throat, and I should probably take a break. Oh man. And Oboro always gets me, like, excited to play as him, because he's adorable, and I love him, and he's my son. Anyway, I'm down for it. Aqua wants to do it. Then, you know what? I'm fine. I'm ready. I want to do it. I love it so much. But we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break before we do it because I need more water. You know, things like that. So I'm going to stop it here for now for just a bit. I'm going to get myself set up and ready. And then I'll get some water, and then I will meet you guys for Carpenter. Sounds okay? See you in just a bit, you guys. I'll be right back. Bye-bye!